Welcome to Los Angeles, super city of the future, the metropolis of Southern California.
What's the deal, y'all? It's Rich Travis tapping in, man. And if you need the hottest streetwear brand in Los Angeles, you want to shop Junkie Cartel. Make sure y'all hit them up for all that hot new newness. Y'all already know the deal.
Even said, even if we squash it and this fool come back and we become homies again and we work together, I still need that. Even that.
Oh, yeah,
like no matter what.
I feel like Adam really wants some clarity on like why they like, you know, like he don't really know, like he just it was just one day it was just like this, and then the next day it was like
damn,
it was over. It was like
because that was his boy.
They was rocking. It seemed like they was like, so Adam probably like, damn, like we was doing this every day, like damn near every other week.
Now, does anyone in this room feel like Adam was wrong in any of the? Do you think 4XTRAZ is justified in like the way he felt? Did Adam do anything wrong? Could he have moved differently? Was he not sensitive enough to his homie as far as?
You know how I be telling Adam about like talking about certain with certain niggas, like I don't like, you know.
Probably. So you think he could have handled that a little bit better?
No, it's like they gonna talk about it, but like, you know, certain that you wouldn't talk about with certain niggas, Adam, you should know what other niggas wouldn't talk about with certain niggas.
Right. So. Okay, because after seeing the clip of the Trap Lord Ross, I'm assuming all of y'all have seen it, right?
But like Adam is the type of nigga, he'll talk about anything. So it's like you gotta know what world you jumping in when you dealing with this.
He will, but like I mean, again, it kind of goes.
There probably is some topics that he probably shy away from.
Well, it goes back to like what we were talking about earlier as far as emotional intelligence, and I think this is kind of applies to both of them. In this instance,
no facts,
because like we could see how upset if you watch that interview with Ross and 4XTRAZ, and you really see 4XTRAZ talking about it. He's making like a pretty, like damn, like if that was the first thing I saw and I didn't have any other context, and I just saw that video, I'd be like, oh, it sounds like this guy has a good reason to be mad.
Can you summarize what he said real quick?
He basically said that he was like, yeah, let's pull it up.
God, and God didn't break me. He put me back on earth to break you. Ask all the time, when you going back to no jumpers? Nigga, I ain't going back. I ain't no going back. Why would I go back to that's on the internet talking about me? You get up there with my enemies, talk about my hand, talk about me, laugh like it's funny. I would have broke your jaw. What do you mean? I looked at you as a friend. I looked at that as a friend. I brought that to my neighborhood. I brought that to Vernon Avenue. And that nigga think it smiles and faces. My homies, my family, my loved ones sad. They crying. They thinking I'm dying. I'm collapsing. I'm getting blood transfusions. Surgery for 5 hours and 30 minutes. And you think it's funny to say, to get up there and think it smell? I would have broke his face. Hell no, I'll never go back there. Cause you just a buster like the rest of you with a sheep over your head, pretending. That's how I feel. So when you watch this, make sure you understand when you watch this what I'm saying. Cause I would never, ever talk about it that I call my friend like that. And you think he don't understand what he's saying? He didn't say nothing wrong? You need to go sit down and think to yourself what you said wrong. I would never.
Please.
Y'all, what's the deal? Y'all was trapping up in the TNN Trap News Network. Back in the same, like cracking the same here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge. You ain't finna get nobody's college. Big dog, tap in with the tap in to make sure, in fact, tapped in with the tap in, man. It's a beautiful Saturday. We sit outside in the park when it's a beautiful winter Saturday morning. Giving us some news you use. Well, it's probably afternoon by now. It's afternoon. Yeah, but giving out some news you can use, some good knowledge. You ain't finna get nobody's college, man. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the subscribe for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. For more of this good content, more of this good news you can use, more of this good knowledge you ain't finna get in nobody's college. We finna slide into this good media space that we in right now, where we got the No Jumper staff talking about ADAM22 wanting to take a fade with 4XTRAZ, man. As you can clearly hear, what everybody's talking about is Adam would look like a complete shit head had they not known context. With knowing context, I still kind of look at Adam like a shit head. But Lush is definitely defending ADAM22. If you guys don't know, 4XTRAZ and Trap Lord Ross have sat down and did an interview by way of Cam Capone. Go make sure y'all check that out on Cam Capone's channel, and you can see everything going on about 4XTRAZ and his relationships with ADAM22 or lack thereof. You can see where 4XTRAZ feels like he's been slighted, disrespected, and all the way thrown to the curb by ADAM22, and feels like he's been put in a situation to where, whose dog is that? Oh, that's not in that car. He's been put in a situation where he feels like maybe ADAM22 was less than loyal and put him in a situation to be humiliated and embarrassed by his enemies after his hand got blown off in that crazy 4th of July accident. So with that all being said, man, we finna jump into this content. Without no further ado, let's get into it. Let's go.
It's just like, he's a jail nigga, bro. Like, so like, he's moving off of like, he not with all the internet. So like, but he don't understand too that Adam is not that. So it's two different worlds. So it's like they living by two different, like, with Adam it's content, like everything is content. With him, like, he really felt like 4XTRAZ was, I mean, with 4XTRAZ, he felt like Adam was like, this my boy, like, we getting close, like, I fuck with you, like, we basically been programming, like, y'all been doing all type of shit, like, y'all, he feel like Adam my boy, you shouldn't be talking about me with my op. Unless you gonna catch his fade. Like, that's how 4XTRAZ feel.
Okay, so that part made a lot of sense, and I think that like from the beginning, it was pretty clear that was one of the main things he was upset about. Like, you're with you know, people from communities that I'm not supposed to get along with, and they even at first he was like, and they're talking and fools are laughing.
It ain't even really got to do nothing about no communities, bro. You making it about communities, bro. You know what's up? Look, it got to do with who was on the pod, who was talking about him, bro. I was on the pod. I never said about the situation. Didn't think it was funny. It got to do with Fiend Pill and Munchie B, bro. That's what it got to do with. You know what I'm saying? On the pod, Munchie B said what he said pertaining to what he had going on at that time, and Fiend Pill was whatever doing what he was doing, bro.
So but the thing is, then he was like, Adam, you know what you said wrong, right? But did Adam say anything really, or was
No, he
like
ain't
Adam
say
like?
nothing, but it's like,
So I think, but
he
that's
felt like he was in, you know how like kind of when Dub was sitting on the couch when certain was talking about certain shit, and
right.
like, you laughing and joking, you giggling, like you kind of involved in the conversation, even though you ain't involved in the conversation.
Right.
If that's how a nigga make it.
That's how they
You know
felt
what I'm
about
saying?
it.
But
Yeah.
they don't, it's just certain shit niggas be doing.
Yeah, it's just like kind of really like to sum the situation up in my opinion. It's like, I feel like this about the situation, right? It's like this, like, take it like me being here at No Jumper, right? Before I came to No Jumper, like, if you watch No Jumper, you kind of know like how Adam get down and kind of how he narrate, right? And like, you know, I just probably think maybe he got too close in his mind, and he probably didn't think it'd be a day where he's on a chopping block. You feel me? Because it had been plenty people employed here that, you know, end up on the chopping block. You might be content. But with that being said, like, you got a choice in the decision, and you got to like know what to narrate as a person. Like, so like, just like for me, like seeing them like in a down moment, like talking about deaths and all that, I'm not like a that's gonna get on the internet and go back and forth about them about op packs and deaths and ha this happened, you feel me, and shit like that. So I kind of just think like, you know, that was like, you know, probably 4XTRAZ and like probably like, you know what I'm saying, had that full understanding about how the internet worked, you know what I'm saying, being that he was employed here and being around Adam and bringing him to a setting like that.
100%. Yeah. And plus he's literally like in the midst of going through this super traumatic thing that happened to him. So he's not even, he's like, that's going to with your head, bro. You know what I mean? And then you have a bunch of different people, all just like, you have all these people like telling you how you're supposed to be moving or thinking and feeling, and you're just trying to like regain your bearings. Because if you watch the whole thing, people just think it was like, oh, it was a little accident. Like when he breaks down in detail, like what he went through and just being in the hospital, and he almost didn't wake up from anesthesia, and just like he went through so much crazy shit and through this accident that he had, that is kind of like, it's a lot of trauma and it's a lot to process. So I could understand things like this being confusing and, you know, him thinking how he felt. And I can't really fault him for that.
Lush is making an amazing point. You can see where 4Xers would be upset. You can see where 4Xers would have a little bit of an animosity. You can see where 4Xers would have some sort of discomfort or some sort of distaste for ADAM22. It's not really an easy situation, especially when he breaks it down. You know, he definitely almost lost his life. He could have bled out. God forbid he could have lost his face. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things could have happened to that man that day. And when it comes down to it, you know, he's saying things about getting blood transfusions and, you know, now his hand is missing and all that kind of stuff to where now he only has a pinky and a thumb left. It's a lot, bro. Like, it's a lot. So to think that somebody's your friend and think that somebody has a loyalty to you and they don't, and they prove that they don't, could be disheartening. On the same token, Ralphie the Plug made an amazing point. He said that it's two different kind of situations, it's two different lifestyles. 4Xtras lives the life of somebody who is, you know, for lack of better words, more of a street persona, a jail persona, not necessarily somebody who is adamant and super interested in, you know, the regularities of day-to-day life, whereas Adam is somebody who's more invested in the regularities of day-to-day life. So it's tricky how it goes. But let's go around this last corner and see where it takes us.
Speak on the situation. That's the only thing that could have really happened that kept it right. Cause it's just like this. Like, you get shot out there right now. Like, you want that to be no jumper news?
Obviously it is, even though I don't want it to be. You know what I mean?
And then you got to, let's just say, if somebody hear that on with you that's speaking on the topic.
Even worse.
Instead of keeping it jokes, you could have kept it like, get better.
For
Just
sure.
give a quick update.
Just a quick, like, man, damn, that's up. This happened. Like, man, I hope he get better. And it could have just been like simple as that.
And the thing is, I feel like kind of like Ant said, like he's like, you know, before I came over here, I've kind of been peeping the content, so I knew what time it was when I got here. Like, yeah, I think that there needs to be a reasonable expectation of where we at, and we know kind of, yeah, there's lines that shouldn't be crossed, and I'm not saying that Adam was right or wrong, but it would have. There's no way that No Jumper couldn't have covered that. Like, it had to be meant, and not just. And the way No Jumper covered things isn't just like a, well, we hope he's doing better, prayers up. Like, no,
it probably should have just been covered with who it was covered with.
That's,
you know what I'm saying? That
probably could have had more discretion.
Like, he probably like had like another news pod or like, you know, something like this. Probably like a better setting. You feel me?
Because if
like,
you
it ain't
go
about
through,
what you do, it's how you do it.
You go through all that trauma and you damn near lose your hand, you losing blood, you in the hospital, and the first thing you see when you come
or not even
is,
see, the first thing you hear from like 10, 20 different people, like, oh, nigga, this, like,
right,
you gonna be tripping too.
Got 3-4 calls, couple Instagram DMs, couple sent posts, like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody in this room would be mad if they was in 4Xtra situation.
Mad, like, I don't even know if a lot of people would be able to have the mental fortitude to move, survive it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that shit ain't a nigga PTSD for sure.
But the truest part about this whole situation is, it's not what you do, it's how you do it, bro. It's not the what you do, it's the how you do. When you busting these moves and you handling these situations and you going through these little 1-2 steps like Sierra, etiquette and tact is a furthermucker. And Adam didn't have to go in there with Munchie B and King Pill in order to discuss that situation. You could have discussed that same situation with young Ant Jefé, or even just you by yourself, or just with you and Lush. You feel me? You really didn't even have to discuss it with anyone. You could have really just had a moment to yourself on the No Jumper News and be like, hey, I want to talk about 4Xtras, wooty bam, blah, blah. You could have got off everything that you had to say. You could have been main character, nobody involved but you. And that probably would have worked out way better, but you didn't. You decided to go for the shock value and have two people up there who you knew would be opposing factors of, you know, what he had going on. And that's what people got an issue with you for. That's where the problems come in at. And then you could always say, well, I didn't have it, I didn't know this, I didn't know that, I didn't know they were gonna say this, I didn't know they were gonna say that, I can't control them. All that could be true, but you knew that having having King Pill up there would not only disrupt young Ant Jefé, but he would have something disrespectful to say about 4Xtras. You also knew that Munchie B would have something to say about 4Xtras, considering their history of having a back and forth. So it's just the way you did it was tacky, bro. It was tacky, and a lot of people not gonna feel that. But with that all being said, we up out of to the next one. Y'all know the deal. Red dot to the left. Y'all know the rest. Free Avenue Angel, please. Free. We gone.
Wait. 60 bags on my How many shots to the center of a freak, nigga? 3 in his ass, lick his stomach, smell his pink, nigga. They throwing shots, time to see if them pussy niggas can take it. The nigga whack is a snitch and the jolly niggas are raiders. See, Lush was on to something, tried to act like it was nothing. Said you ain't know that freaky ass taker you was frontin'. Munchie ain't fucking with you and Spider-Loc ain't gon' save you. If you want it, you gon' take it. Stop the freaky ass behaviors. Let's get straight to the point, see, we ain't gotta wait for later. Nigga with your last name kidnapped that girl before he raped her. Said the moms of gang members don't deserve no piece of prayers. When General Butt naked, the kid Tesher is your savior. You ain't gotta stall me out, cause I ain't asking for no favors. Get it cracking right now, we ain't gotta wait for later. Walked into your own building, heard my voice and then you ducked away. Was humble like a bitch, cause you a hoe, stay in your fucking place. That nigga whacking slut and pathetic Flacco's a fucking lame. Whack ain't come outside because he hiding from his fucking gang. Talking like you tough when niggas spitting in your fucking face. T-Row didn't quit, we wouldn't even know your fucking name. Whack in front of Adam, but Adam is how he do you. See, Flacco lied on me and then Whack told me to sue you. Treated Whack like a bitch, you should've seen it, it was beautiful. Now every single week that nigga jolly on my pupil. Is it Fred or is it Frederick? Is it Dave or is it David? All thighs on me. Flock of belly, now you famous. Type of creep nigga is you. How are you and Dave related? Nigga, no means no. You should've told him not to take it. I'm really in the field, you niggas stuck inside the matrix. From BET to the Knicks, down in Compton where your face is. That nigga real jolly got some freaky ass cases. Tryna fake fight Lush cause Adam wanted you to face. You wanna be like academics, making videos like point and shoot. You and Dave the same ass lane. We know the fucking truth. Brick ain't say this shit is a play, cause he don't fuck with you. He not gon' get involved when them real shooters come for you. If you grew up in the land, them thirsties, they would've humbled you. Grew up with them lions, I promise they would've hunted you. I get disrespectful, the next time I'ma punish you. You dirty fat bitch, I swear to God I see the bum in you. Niggas say they shooters till it's time to bring them guns out. Loose can't read and Whack lost his wife to Clubhouse. Treat Whack like a bitch, mark him out before he snitch again. Flocko, when I see you, I'ma show you the type of bitch you is. Niggas say they see me, they pullin' blick out. I promise that this Glock can make you sit down. Drum with a cooler, one for you, one for your brother. Wrap the string around the mop, sound like your dumb ass when you stutter. Swear to God, nigga.
Hear me out though, right? Wait, pause, wait, bro, wait. Again, wait though. Just right, Joe, right? Wait though, right? I do want to